do me a favour, can you
Hello and welcome to Damn It Vacant, two-man booth tonight. It's just myself, Ellis, here with Joe. How are you, Joe?
Hey, I'm fine. I'm really tired. I had to work late. We had to start recording early because we had a special guest interview on, which I don't know. Can we give it away? Let's give it away. We interviewed Rick Marcus, who is a terrifying man, but also a lovely fellow. It's a strange combination there. But yeah, he's telling us basically about his upcoming Last Man Standing match at OPW on April the 12th against RPD. And boy, he's angry, but he's angry for the right reasons, I'd say. But yeah, but because of that, I didn't finish work till late because people are idiots. Then I had to walk the dog. Then I had to make tea because Harvey's been in the office, so I had to wolf my tea down. Then I burnt my mouth. It's just it's a nightmare of a day, really. But come Friday, I'm away at Sheffield for ICW Rise. If they let me in, because I still haven't received a ticket, and they said they were sending out tickets, but I'm assuming it's just names on the door. So we shall see. If not, it's just going to be me and Aaron and Ryan sat in an Airbnb playing Uno. Like,
Yeah, I was going to say you're there for the weekend.
Yeah, well, Friday, Saturday. It's an all day Saturday, so it's two shows, like afternoon, evening. But there is one on Friday, but I'm not paying more money that I don't have when I'm going to have to buy.
Love Sheffield. Enjoy it.
Oh no, Sheffield's nice. So we're meeting in that tap, Sheffield tap, where we went that time. Yeah. And then we're going. Yeah, I was looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's just not a lads weekend, but cause I've got to be party dad because I'm the oldest. So yeah. But other than that, yeah, same old, isn't it? I have started playing a lot of Traveller's Rest, which is a medieval inn management simulator. It's weirdly addictive. I can make my own sausages now. I've got a one beehive. It's great. I've got a pet cat that seems to really hate me. So it must be like they've modelled it after a real cat. Yeah. But yeah, that's been eating up the few moments of free time I have before I have to go to sleep.
Well, look forward to hearing how the show this weekend is. I think Ash has booked the theatre show or something, so he's out enjoying life tonight. But
I know, but he did miss out on talking to
Rick Marcus, which you would have loved. Thanks for joining us. I wasn't going to say it, but I'll say it because I'm always about awareness. For those who know me, like this month's quite a tricky month for me because it brings back a lot of memories. But I just want to say, really, if you're not aware of what something called sepsis is, etc., then make sure you know about it. About 8 years ago, I nearly died from that, and I didn't know what it was. And then when I realised how much it kills, more than most cancers, I was like, shit, I didn't know what that was. So, yeah, 2 messages for me. If you ever cut yourself, clean it.
Yep.
Don't ignore it. Even if it's a tiny cut.
It's just standard, you should anyway, but yes.
You should, yes, but yeah.
You didn't even realise you had it, though, did you? That was the thing.
No, it was at Old Trafford celebrating a goal. But yeah, really, it's not I'm lucky, but there's a lot of people who aren't. So yeah, if you don't know what sepsis is, just make sure you know what it is, because the question they say is always ask, could it be sepsis? Thankfully, a lot of doctors and paramedics do it. A friend I went to school with, he does acting, and I remember him saying a few years ago that he goes to pharmacies and they kind of act out scenes to look. This is what you should be looking out for, kind of stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I thought you meant like a Legs Akimbo theatre company type thing, and I was like, why?
He said he had to. So it was around about this time a few years ago, and he said, "You never guess what?" He said, "I'm having to act out a character who's called Ellis, who's got cellulitis and then gets sepsis," which is exactly what happened to me. And he's like, it's really bizarre. But he was like, it's good they do this training now. The awareness is there. But in the general public,
odd that you're a case study. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I was like,
if you want, we can put links to the stuff in the notes.
I'll hang a link in.
Because it is worth knowing about. The more you know, the better, innit? Really.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
It's like knowing about strokes and things like that. Stuff like that can save people's lives. So, and that's always a good thing.
Yep.
Unless
100%.
It's an evil person like Skeletor or Mumra.
Then don't ask, could it be?
But they're fictional, so it doesn't matter. God, I don't know. Alex, are you getting on in Skyrim?
I have not played this last week.
Boo!
Jones.
Apologies, been watching Severance in my free time.
Have you started that? Oh, you haven't got Disney yet, have you?
No, Paradise. I will be watching that. Harvey recommended that as well. So I was like, oh, that's 2 people in the space of a
Well,
week.
we watched it together, so yeah.
Yeah. News then. So thank you for John for still providing us this. Independent wrestler Vince Steele has passed away. Coastal Championship Wrestling announced on social media that Steele, nicknamed the Jurassic Juggernaut, has passed away at the age of 39. According to PW Insider, Steele was performing for Bree Combination Wrestling in New Jersey in a 4-way bout, and a medical emergency occurred. And they said, "We are heartbroken to learn about the passing of the Jurassic Juggernaut, Vince Steele. Our thoughts are with his family, friends, and his fans. Rest in peace, big man. You'll forever be missed." He's wrestled since 2004, so 21-year vet. In recent years, he's competed for BCW, ACE, SWA, BTW, and CWA.
I don't think it's that BTW.
No.
But yeah, it's it's no age for anyone, that is it really?
No, not at all.
AEW and Tony Khan petition to move Ryan Nemeth lawsuit to private arbitration because God, wrestling company owners love private arbitration. AEW President Tony Khan filed a petition on Friday in the U.S. District Court in the Middle District, Florida. Not the top, not the bottom, the Middle District. Like on Try Get Lucky. Seeking to compel Ryan Nemeth into arbitration. The news was first reported by Brandon Thurston for Post Wrestling. In the petition, AEW and Khan contend that Nemeth's claims should be adjudicated through private arbitration rather than in public in courts. Petition states that Nemeth signed 3 contracts with the company dated March 1st, 2021, January the 17th, 2022, and March 1st, 2023. Each contract, the petition state, contains identical arbitration clauses that purport to mandate that disputes be resolved in Duval County, Florida, under JAMS Incorporated Arbitration Rule. I don't know what that means. That's a lot of words. AW and Khan argued that Nemeth has ignored his contractual obligations and binding authority requiring arbitration by filing a lawsuit in LA. The company and its lead executive are asking the federal court to enforce the arbitration clause, direct him to pursue his claims in arbitration, and require Nemeth to pay for the attorney's fees that AEW is incurring by bringing this petition to the court. We have John's been reticent to cover this because it feels like a big nothing burger. But we've not really covered it. But the lawsuit alleges assault, breach of contract, breach of implied covenant of good faith, and fair dealing, and international interference with prospective advantage. Sounds like a load of D&D shit, that, doesn't it? The lawsuit was filed on February the 14th, and Nemeth is seeking compensatory damages, punitive damages, and demands a jury trial. It's to do with harassment from CM Punk and how AEW dealt with it, or in this case, probably didn't really deal with it because, Punk was a little golden boy, wasn't he? But I don't know. I liked him, but
it's a weird one. The writing of it is not very professional when you read. Yeah. It's like a love story, but
it really is. Yeah, it's a wild read. I recommend reading it if you've got an hour to kill, because it reads like Harry Potter / fiction. Yeah.
The really funny thing about it is it could reunite Tony and Punk together.
Yeah, I mean, if you just substitute like Tony for Harry Potter and CM Punk for like Ron Weasley, it's very homoerotic.
On contract news, is Jeff Cobb. Sean Ross Sapp has learned from a number of sources that WWE have been eyeing him up. Cobb has been working New Japan Pro Wrestling, even wrestled and won there multiple times this week, beat Naito in the New Japan Cup. After dropping a match last month, Cobb said, "So where does that leave Jeff Cobb? It seems I can't win all the marbles when all the marbles are down. G1, New Japan Cup. Long gone are the days when I went 8-0 in the G1. Now I can't even break .500. Where does that leave Jeff Cobb? Maybe it's time to take my bags and go somewhere else. I don't know.
Right, theory. It's coded, that. I can't win when all the marbles are down. What was Mystery Wrestling's last show called? For all the marbles. Ba 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 ba. Jeff Cobb to Mystery Wrestling confirmed. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
That would be amazing.
It would be insane. Psycho Mike versus Jeff Cobb. Yes, please.
One source, Fightful Sport, to indicated Cobb had actually showed up on the company's internal roster this week. However, Fightful haven't confirmed that as of yet. And when Fightful spoke to AEW, they were told he wasn't expected to join the company. And then John said, "It's sad to see him go, but he deserves a payday."
He ain't got, he's getting on. Like I said, we've seen him in AEW. He came out as one of Jericho's Trial of Jericho, didn't he? Yeah.
He did indeed.
Yeah, because God, I remember that. Just coming out looking like a wall of meat, yeah. Luchasaurus / Kill Switch. Earlier this week, there were rumours that there was an alternative ending planned for AEW Revolution. While they couldn't confirm it, Fightful Select was told that Luchasaurus, aka Killswitch, was backstage at the show. When asked about him being backstage, a number of sources indicated that he was there and that there were discussions regarding him being used. However, when we asked about the involvement in the unconfirmed ending, things were very quiet. He's been out since about a year now, isn't it? Following a serious medical issue that nearly killed him. It's like his lungs went, like, was it pneumonia or like
pneumonia? Yeah.
Yeah, like again, another thing that you don't really think about until someone you know has it, and you go, "Oh shit!" It's quite easy to spot, but sometimes it's not. So yeah, and Fightful have not yet turned whether or not he's been cleared or not. I think the ending was fine. I mean, when he comes back, obviously he's going to kill Father to death, isn't he? Like.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Father's doing that himself anyway, isn't he? Really? He's ostracizing everyone else around him, but.
Yes, I did like that promo, which we'll get onto. Horrible injury, this. Mustafa Ali dislocated his jaw at TNA Sacrifice.
Ooh la la.
During beating Mike Santana. Apparently it was a great match, I've not seen it. Fightful were told by sources within TNA that Ali was believed to have dislocated his jaw during the match. He corrected it and then finished the match. Ali is not expected to miss any time.
Nope, don't like that. It's like in films where like they're really straight down, they dislocate their shoulders so they can put the thing at the nerve. Just bones.
It's one of them again of wrestlers being
a different breed of person.
Different breed.
I'll just pop my jaw back in. Yeah.
I think I sent it to the damn it vacant chat. The Chris Van Gilley interview with JD McDonough. It's really good. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
But he describes his ribs as feeling like Rice Krispies under his skin.
Yeah. Don't. I still did 9 minutes. Fine. No. Although if I dislocated my jaw, I'd probably see if I could eat like a whole Easter egg in one go or something. Like a snake, yeah. The mini story section, but John's not here this week. Coming out of AEW Revolution, Kyle Fletcher was heavily scratched up. Mark Davis required staples, as did Tony Storm. MJF was okay, but very banged up. Will Ospreay left with a limp, but apparently is okay. It was reiterated to Fightful that Becky Lynch and Bret Hart were inspirations for Natalya to write her memoirs. That should be a quite read. It was reiterated to Fightful Select has learned that San Diego is being considered for Survivor Series, with at least 2 sources noting that it's been listed internally for quite some time now. Survivor Series is 2 nights now as well, isn't it? Your lad was telling me. No?
SummerSlam is.
Oh, God, he was lying to me again. It does not seem likely that we'll get another season of Wrestlers, Ohio Valley Wrestlers, on Netflix. Netflix hold the right of refusal on OVW programming after the reality show aired. However, the window has passed and the show hasn't been renewed. It was fine. It was depressing.
Still not watched it. Is that the Al Snow one?
Yeah, Al Snow trying his best and like. Yeah, but it's fine. It just looks like everyone's on meth. And they're not, but it just looks like that bit of America where there's now, like, you know what I mean? And Hikuleo has been on the WWE internal roster for months. When Fightful asked main roster creative sources, they were told that they were made aware he was signed and he wasn't factored into creative plans upon him being signed. So that was good. We'll sign him and then we'll go, what do we do now?
Okay.
I mean, you know, if it ain't broke.
Yeah, a couple of other bits. Sting may not have finished with WWE because he's potentially could be asked to induct Lex Luger into the Hall of Fame this year. He's his partner, long-term tag team partner, rival and friend. Despite he retired over a year ago, he does have an AEW Legends contract that would need to be navigated there. So yeah, nothing's confirmed basically, but yeah, it would be the ideal person to induct.
I mean, AEW would have to be proper dickish about it. Like, he's not wrestling, is he? He's just going over there to go, you know, yeah.
They let, forgot about it, Billy Gunn go over.
Yeah, I said I can't see
when
it
DX got inducted.
The
only other bit of news, because it literally came out today. So, Clash in Paris, whatever it's called, at the end of August, which is happening in Paris, obviously. They have announced that in the week leading up to it, just over, they are doing like a road to Clash in Paris, so they're on a European tour now for WrestleMania. So they're doing the first ever SmackDown in Dublin on the 22nd of August.
To be sure.
Gonna do a Raw in Birmingham on Monday the 25th of August, which is bank holiday. And then they head over to France, Lyon, which is where Backlash was when they shut the camera. So they're doing a SmackDown there before then going to Paris. Then they've got some house shows in Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds, Newcastle, and Cardiff as well. So
not doing all those fun. Yeah, there's been some weird accusations of counter programming there, hasn't there?
Somewhere.
counter programming against AEW stuff.
Right, what's on? Was that the Forbidden Door thing? When's that on? The Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
They're only doing a house show in Liverpool then.
I don't know. I'm not going to either because I can't afford it.
No. Fair
Yeah.
Dynamite then. We had the Dynamite After Revolution coming off that tremendous show. How did you find the fallout?
I think we're doing good. I'm very, very, very excited for it. Kenny came out and he was like, "Yep, it's good. I'm now champion. Brilliant. It's all Tony Khan's idea." And Tony Khan came out and sort of gave everyone a free copy of Time Cop. That didn't happen. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I wrote these down because I enjoyed them. There was a trios match of the Ops. I don't know, the Ops. Against Vinny Pacifico, El Theseus, and Gabriel Eros, which are just brilliant names. Sorry. It's not as, it's not as good as Fawn Robo Cutter or whatever the bin was called this week. But yeah. Ricochet's going after Shibata. That's fine. I'll be into that. But this was the weird thing, we're getting Swerve. We're getting Moxley against Cope again in a street fight because it was like, as Cage says later on, Father says later on, doesn't he, that it was supposed to be a one-on-one match between him and Cope and not a triple threat. So therefore, it doesn't count or something. And I was like, I thought we'd done with this contract. I'm assuming the contract's burnt up.
Mox is a champion. It'll be a one-on-one match with Mox, not Cope.
Yeah, I know it didn't make sense. Because you could have a match with him, but you'd have just won against him. You wouldn't have won anything. So it was, it was a weird thing.
The Ops thing. I'm in a football fantasy chat with John and Butcher, and every now and again you get these weird crossovers where wrestling and football meet and sent something over, and then Butcher's like, "How's AEW doing nowadays?" No, he said, how's my boy doing? Hook. That was it. It was something to do with Hook. And I was like, you're going to like this sentence. I said he's in a trios with Shibata and Samoa Joe. And he's like, oh my God. Why has nobody told me this? Because he loves Shibata.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't
Everyone loves Joe.
Yeah.
Then I sent him the picture of them all with the different coloured towers. Because they also stared down Kenny, didn't they? As Kenny was walking away, they had a little bit of a...
Yeah, I think they're just staring at everyone, though, isn't it?
A teaser.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got Cope and Mox tonight
in a street fight for the belt, and I don't know.
Ain't dropping it.
No, there'll be just more antics, won't there? Hologram and Hobbs with Harleygram, Harleygram and Beast Mortos are now becoming a thing, which is a delight. I guess Brian Cage and Realistico with the Beast Mortos. There was distraction dance techniques and stuff. It was fine. It was a good match. Nothing really happened in it apart from getting Harleygram and Beast Mortos in love with each other. I think that's a beautiful thing. Toni Storm came out and did her speech.
Well, I love the video package they played beforehand.
Yes,
amazing.
Very good. Again, what we can't say anything more about Toni Storm really. What was it though? When you fight me, it's like visiting a zoo. I breed like a pig, I eat you like a lion, and I'm tall like a giraffe or something. Oh, have I added that in? I can't remember now. I can't remember. But yeah, Beast Mortos against Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey is now officially elite.
Well, Toni Storm got attacked by Megan.
Oh yeah, but again, I don't really care for Megan Bailey.
Didn't she?
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Mike Bailey against Beast Mortos. It was fun. Went a little long for me, but it's Beast Mortos and Speedball Mike Bailey. I'd watch that for hours, to be honest. Just the crowd seemed to drop a bit in it. Then we got Christian's promo. Yeah. I did not tap out. I simply relegate. I was simply relegating my breathing, which seems
regulating my breathing. Yeah.
Which seems a very Elon Musk way of it was a unscheduled disassembly or whatever it calls when all these shitty rockets explode.
Yeah. I signed a contract to fight Cope aside. That bit didn't make sense. I like the rest of it because I was questioning, where was the rest? And they kind of seemed to suggest that he'd gone off piste.
Yeah. Well, Nick Wayne said if you'd have stuck with the plan, you'd have been champion now. And Christian shoves him and starts berating him. So I think it's the fall of the House of Father.
Mum got involved as well, didn't she?
Yeah, mother.
Mama Wayne.
It was. Again, I think Father's, had his time. I don't know. It's a weird one. Because as much as I love Christian Cage being everyone's dad, there has to become a payoff to it at some point. MJF, comes out, well, you get like the bit of him like calling himself a fraud, and then he comes down and he basically said the same thing that Hangman did, the same things that he did in 2019, whatever. And then MVP comes down and he's like, tells the story of him, like, of MJF like offering to drive him because he wanted to pick his brain when he was a kid and all this stuff. And he tries to give him the business card, and I'm like, MJF, like, I'd be into that. Hurt Syndicate and MJF, that'd be fun. It would kind of be like, what were they? The Pinnacle? Do you remember the Pinnacle?
Who was in it? I know the name.
It was MJF and let's say, I honestly can't remember. It was a really brief MJF thing.
Yeah. No, he turned down the card at first,
Gallows and Anderson, I think, possibly.
He had like goons to hire, didn't he, basically?
Yeah. It was just basically anyone who was hanging about backstage. Yeah. But he kind of dismisses the card and then like ponders on it a bit and stuff.
But didn't he say something like, I don't need it, I was a champion, blah, 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 and then MVP just went one word there, was.
Focus on the word was, yeah. And I'm like, again, it'd be an interesting angle, because then Hangman's got to get a crew together, and, you son of a bitch, I'm in. Takeshita kicked the fuck out of Max Caster in what is quickly becoming my favourite bit of the week. Max Caster dies. Because, again, as a bit, it's still funny. Penelope Ford against Willow Nightingale. Again, I really like this. We don't get to see Penelope enough. We don't get to see Willow enough. We're getting Mercedes and Billy Starks, I think, tonight, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. It should be fun.
Oh, yeah. Fuck people trying to body shame as well.
Apparently people were going that Billy Starks looks weird or something. And I'm like, Billy Starks is like 19 and looks tremendous. Like, put a picture of you up there, people, and let's put a picture of her up and see which one is better, right?
Absolutely.
Because I guarantee you look like that guy for fucking Make Love, Not Warcraft, right? Also, they do it for men as well. It ain't no different, but it's just more disgusting when it's a young woman to me. I don't know.
100%.
Right on, Bernard. But yeah. Will Ospreay looks like he's going to call out whoever wins the belt. Like, I don't know. It was a weird bit of a promo. He's just, He's
entering the Owen, isn't he?
Yeah, but then he gets a title shot at All In, is it? I think, normally.
Yeah, he pointed at the All In sign, didn't he? The old WrestleMania point.
It's a classic one. Then we got Jay White going, I'm going to kill everyone. And I'm like, okay, so there's actually, like, I get it now. There's people in the chase, right?
Yeah.
Because now, like, Mox has been shown that he can be probably quite easily defeated when he's not surrounded by people, like the wolves are at the door. And, yeah, it was fine. And then Orange Cassidy against my new favourite, Hechicero, in his velour trousers. That were just missing the word juicy across the batty on them, because that would have been extra funny. But yeah, a good fun match. Like, I love the fact that Orange Cassidy can just pretty much wrestle anyone and turn out a blinding match. Whether it's, another silly gimmick wrestler or a legitimate menace, Hechicero, and still have a great match. That was about that. And then I haven't had time to watch Collision.
No, I've not seen that.
But looking through it, looks all right. Look through the thing. Yeah, I'll give it a watch. Again, I've just not had time because work's been battering me. So yeah, that was that this week.
Sounds looks like a good show tonight. A couple of big title matches. And
things can change.
Can't see Mott's losing, but can see a big angle happening in it. So
well, Mercedes could lose, and then we get Billy Starks against Athena. I mean, it's not going to happen, but it could be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be fun. Good week there. WWE's on the road. I was just looking then to remind myself what happened at SmackDown. I've gone to watch it. It's great now because it's all on at like 7 or 8 p.m.
Yeah, it was.
Netflix. Yeah. Lovely watching. And it wasn't really that great a show, but I love watching it because the crowd was fucking mental.
Again, give them anything, innit? Yeah. And also the fact that it's 7 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah, lovely. So they were in Spain last week. When you actually look at what happened in the show, there wasn't much. Well, there was. There was a tag title change. That was a good match. DIY Street Profits. Bit of confusion between Gargano and Ciampa. And then I was like, oh, shit. When that happened, I was like, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. It's nice to see Street Profits again with the championships. 4 years, I think, since they've held tag title.
I've not seen them in ages.
No, there was a point when we thought they might split
them up, because
Montez would go solo, but no, that was a good match. The main point that I loved from it was Gunther coming out because they're in Spain and was like, "I'm going to call your homeboy out," and he called out Axiom. That was a match. That was a very good.
Again, was that like Shadow of the Colossus of Axiom climbing up him?
Pretty much. He kicked out of Gunther's powerbomb.
Yeah, he's mostly rubber though, isn't he? Like Axiom,
He is,
he's
true.
a very bendy boy. Oh, I might have to watch that. That sounds like a fun match. Yeah.
Yeah, they go for about 10 minutes or so. Crowd going nuts because they're in Spain. Yeah, it was a lot more competitive, and he got to kick out of stuff I didn't think he'd be able to kick out of. And then
You gotta give him the whole.
I think Gunther goes into that mode of, oh shit, I better try harder now, and then just ends it.
I'm just gonna chop him like he's a Serrano ham. Yeah.
Yes, but they have history because when they were in NXT UK, Walter and Akid fought there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd advise watch that. It's just before the main event, so you're looking at like the top of the last hour or so.
Again,
Definitely
Netflix,
worth a watch.
Put
Netflix
chapters in.
Yes, I agree.
Not
there.
live, obviously, but have some on the next day. Just break it up like the network used to.
Yep, I agree on that one. So that was in Spain. Paul Heyman came out, did a weird. His promo was basically Roman's not here. Go and buy WWE 2K25 because it's out today. Roman will be at SmackDown next week in Italy, so you can. There's no border control. Just jump over to Italy and you can watch him. I was like, the fuck.
There's
it's a
at
weird
least
promo.
2 other countries to get through, isn't there?
I thought that, but yeah, SmackDown this week is kind of looking stacked. So Roman's there. Punk then took to Instagram. He's very unseriously working out, but he's got the bunny ears filter on, and he's basically, oh, I see Roman's finally showing up. Looks like I'm going to Italy then. So he's going, and then on Raw, Seth came out, and he's like, looks like the 2 people I want to see are going to Italy. So
Mamma mia, yeah.
Mamma mia. That's happening on this Friday in Italy. And then Raw was in Belgium, in Brussels. Again, that crowd was off the charts. That crowd. That was off the charts.
Again, all they need to do is these once a year, and you'll get like ridiculously good crowds because people are hungry for it, and they've not had it for so long.
It's like I just said, they're going to Ireland. That's going to be mental.
Man.
Yeah. I even looked, to be honest. So the next 2 Raws, next week's in Glasgow, and the week after's in London. I was like, can I get there from work? I was like, I can just get to Glasgow at start time, but that's without any traffic. I was like, I ain't doing that.
No.
But it's the international crowd just add something to it. Raw though, some more noticeable thing. I'll do the main bit last. Kaiser and Penta had a no holds barred match. That slapped.
Ooh.
That slapped massively.
Is he allowed to break arms yet, Penta?
He's been doing that since he started.
Oh, has he? Sweet.
That's a precursor to his finisher. He does that, and then he does the finisher.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, he's done that since the off. He won by doing the Mexican Destroyer onto a chair.
No, thank you.
As he does. Yeah, no surprise. He was massively over. He then declared that he's going after the Intercontinental Championship. That's his goal. They did air as well on SmackDown a package for Rey Fenix. Obviously, you can't see him and they don't name him, but you can tell from the outlines.
Yeah, it's clearly Raymond Phoenix.
So
yeah,
Penta's on Raw, Phoenix is on SmackDown, and Penta's going after the IC title. I think I said he's done so well as a single star. Like
again, he's starting out as a singles though, isn't he? Like it's only past couple of years. But yeah,
true. So yeah, he wants the IC, and he ended the show because Braun Baker and Finn Balor had an Intercontinental Championship match. Dom inadvertently cost Balor because they're kind of teasing that Balor's going to get kicked out. They want someone else in there. It was a good match though. Baker and Finn Balor, good chemistry. Baker won in the end, but Penta then, came out because the Judgment Day were beating down Baker. But yeah, he came out, snuck his way out to the ring.
Did his little sexy walk.
Yeah, he had his little face off. Karrion Kross continuing to manipulate people. He's manipulating AJ Styles at the moment to try and kill Logan Paul.
I'm all for it.
Every time he talks to AJ and he walks away, he's like, it's just too easy. Because he spent months doing stuff to Sammy.
I mean, AJ thinks the world's flat, so I imagine he's pretty easy to confuse.
Someone pointed out, 2 things are being pointed out online. So there are good things that get spotted online. So one was that Seth's Titantron always matches the suit he's wearing.
I like that when you pointed it out, and I need to want to put together a supercut of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I paid attention this week when he came out. I was like, yep, there it is. And then the other one is Karrion Kross he doesn't wrestle. He just does all this manipulating backstage and trying to twist people. But I remember when he first talked to AJ Styles, I was like, bloody hell, he looks different. He had his hair was long and dead straight.
Yeah.
And someone's put pictures together of whoever he's trying to manipulate. He copies the hair. So when he had Sammy, it was tied up. When it was the Wyatts, it was basically mimics everyone's appearance. I was like, it's a nice little touch, which I appreciate. But yeah, the main thing from Raw, which even Rick Marcus was talking about on the aforementioned interview, was we knew Cena was going to be here. He started the show. Did you watch the promo?
I did, because I couldn't not, because it was everywhere. Yeah.
And again, normal time. It's like, 7 o'clock? Yeah. I've had to watch it again to appreciate it, because it didn't do what I expected, which always jars me a little bit, but then it was in a good way. Obviously, his music, everyone, all the way leading up to it, like, he's going to have a new look, he's going to have new music. And I thought his explanation for why he doesn't was very subtle, but it's quite clever. As Rick Marcus is like, he's just bulletproofed himself, because everything the fans will now say, they're just proving his point right.
Yep, it's a brilliant bit of work.
Yeah, so what was the message effectively? That's my voice on the song, not yours. I'm not changing it. This is how I dress. You dress as me. I don't dress as you. And then proceeded to call out anyone who was wearing his merch, including the little boy who was then
that
crying.
Little kid who looked genuinely heartbroken.
He's not famous.
It's just that thing of, I only just got here. What's happening?
Yeah, but I think the thing WWE have done very well over the last year and a half too is that those who are bad or heels, they have a point, and the crowd kind of went from instant boos, which I didn't expect. I thought there'd be kind of a smattering of kind of cheers and then boos. And while they continued to boo him and chant him, they kind of went quieter and quieter, because he was actually speaking the truth. He has been treated like shit.
This is the great thing about stuff like that, when wrestlers turn and there's a legitimate reason for it, not just it's time to be evil.
Yeah,
but like when it's the way I've been treated, the way I'll just when there's just a legitimate reason to back it up, and
because I didn't watch a lot of the time when he was there on top. I'd
left.
Someone put a video online of him announcing like he needed surgery or something, and he literally said to the crowd, like, I can't keep going any longer. I'm going to have to go for surgery, and everybody just cheered, and he just looks like right then.
What does it matter then? Yeah,
I was like, yeah, of course he'd be pissed off, and he did change. He obviously didn't address the Rock stuff, and I didn't mind that, because he's on Raw next week, he's on Raw the week after. You've got time to tell this. You've got time to tell this story now, and you could tell it worked, because without him needing to mention Cody, they started chanting for Cody when they realised shit, he's right here. we need to
abort. Yeah.
And then the crowd lost their shit when Cody's music hit. So I was like, great business. That promo's been done a lot, the U promo, but the way it was done and the subtlety in which it was done was clever. I don't think many could have pulled it off in the way he did, because he reacted off the crowd.
Yeah,
there was an off the cuffness to it.
That's one of the great things about him, is that he's spent that long doing it. He knows when to push and when to pull. Like, yeah, it was good. And again, I don't watch it regularly, but the Cena stuff, I'm genuinely kind of like, I kind of want to see him as an arsehole.
Yeah, I want to see him win it.
As a justified arsehole, sorry. Yeah.
Justified, yeah.
Because, again, it makes all the difference between just being evil and being evil with a plan. Yeah.
And he even brought up the joke. I like the fact that he was like, he criticised the people who booed him, and then he turned it on and he went, let's go Cena people, you're just as bad. And then he brought up the joke. He was like, for 15 years, I've been the butt of a meme, an invisible meme. He's like, it's not fucking funny. It's not fucking funny. You treat me like a toy. You treat me like a puppet. Kind of hinted at Make-A-Wish, because he was kind of like, you take. I try and go out and please you. And I was just like,
I don't think you want to burn that bridge, do you? Like, you know, well, I guess a lot of the people he visited aren't with us any to get angry about it. So
sure. Apparently at WrestleMania, you can if you've got a spare $25,000, you can go for dinner with John Cena, where he's just probably just going to tell you're a dickhead.
Yeah, I just got to pub with my dad for that.
It's brilliant. But yeah, no, it was good business. Cody, it's just cemented him. It's fucking wild. Like, you know, when you what's it called? But the butterfly effect. Is it the butterfly effect? When one
I don't know what you're on
thing
about.
happens.
Yeah, it's butterfly effect. Not the Ashton Kutcher film.
Yes.
Yeah. A butterfly beats its wings in the ocean, and that starts a hurricane 1,000 miles away. Yeah.
And that, if the crowd hadn't, or the online community hadn't demanded that Cody was in that main event last year, none of this might have even happened, because it would have been Rock and Roman. We'd never have got final boss Rock. So in the space of a year, he's turned the Rock super heel and took away the Roman match that everyone had wanted for years. As a result of that, it's turned John Cena heel. That's wild. That's wild.
It's if you'd have said, a year ago, this is what's going to happen, everyone would have gone, nah, mate. Yeah, it's never happening. And yeah, here we are, the year of our Lord, 1973.
So, yeah. I think it's I think it's going to be a good week. I said big SmackDown with a punk. I think that'll be magic with Heyman involved there as well. And
you can watch that in the Airbnb. That'll be exciting.
Oh, yeah, cool. And then, Raw next week, Glasgow, Cena and Cody are there again, and then some big matches being set up there as well. So
again, I can't
busy
see
time.
nothing happening on this Road to stuff. It's just the house shows basically, but it's going to build it up and it's Gene it up and it's
Yeah, well, I mean, just having that, like, this is Cena's first appearance since he turned, like,
since the incident.
big enough as it is.
Yeah.
The incident, yeah. And obviously, The Rock's got to come into this at some point as well, and why he's gone with him.
Big fan of Italian food, I hear. That's that, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a nice shorter week this week, so thank you everyone for listening. Keep your eyes out on Monday. We've got early next week. We've got the Rick Marcus interview dropping ahead of War in the Show.
I can get that done before Monday. Yeah. Bye then. Bye.
Everybody.
And it's just like someone's pressed the demo on a Casio.